Hi, uh, this is going to be a Polish lesson with me, and I will try to explain declination with you. And what I found really good, and I think that I will use it, I will translate each case into Latin because I think that Latin names will sound a little bit more familiar to you. And fun fact: if any language has something to do with Latin grammar, and 90% of European languages do, uh, they can, without any problem, exchange their names into Latin names, and there shouldn't be any problem because this is good way to name things because ancient Romans were really freaking geniuses. And I will go even further. Probably many of you haven't even heard of something like that, but ancient Indians had such language that was amazing and it was highly developed. It was called Sanskrit, and Sanskrit had declination that is almost 90% as complex as the Polish one. We only lack one of their cases because they had also ablativus, but we don't have one. So we've got 7, they had 8, but they didn't name their grammar structures, or there wasn't any document that would picture it. They numbered their grammar structures. So when learning Sanskrit, you use Latin nomenclature. So I will use Latin nomenclature to explain Polish cases to you because I think that it will be the best. Alright. So, let's go. Let's do it. I'm sorry for my cough, but I'm really ill, and this is the only reason why I started recording it, because I have too much time. But you have to cope with me. I hope that it will be worth it. So we've got, as I have already mentioned, 7 cases. And they are put in order, and when you inflect something like either for school or for practice, you always write them in in this order, in this particular order. So number 1 is mianownik, and mianownik translates into Latin as nominativus, and this is the easiest one because it is the case of subject of the sentence, right? So the questions are who and what. So kto and co, right? So who is this? This is Peter. To jest Piotr. Kto to jest? To jest Piotr. Alright. The second one is dopełniacz, and dopełniacz is in Latin genitivus. And this is a little bit more complex because the questions are kogo and czego. And when we were learning this at primary school, we had that helpful bit, kogo czego nie ma, which would be like this. The whole sentence, the whole statement would be translated into English, kogo czego nie ma, what is it lacking? So this is how I will translate it, and this is how you would use it. What is it lacking? So let's say in this house there isn't any piece of furniture, and in this particular sentence, piece of furniture would be in dopełniacz. So the sentence would translate into Polish as w tym domu nie ma żadnego mebla. Does it make sense? It makes sense. I am sure that it makes sense. The first one is celownik, and celownik is Latin dativus, and celownik's question, or dativus's question, was komu czemu, And the helpful statement is komu czemu się przyglądam. So, what am I staring at? And this is how I'm going to show you the example sentence. Przyglądam się tej pięknej dziewczynie. So I'm staring at this beautiful girl. Przyglądam się temu brzydkiemu psu. I'm looking at that ugly dog. You know? Can you say that? I think that you could say that. Alright, then we've got biernik. And biernik is accusativus. And frankly speaking, accusativus was my favorite case in Sanskrit. And in Sanskrit it had a little bit, different meaning. But accusativus is my favorite one. And the biernik might be a little bit tricky with the previous one or with the nominative one. But biernik, the questions for it are kogo co, and the helpful statement is kogo co widzę. So what do I see or who do I see? And this is the sentence that I will give you as an example. I see that beautiful woman. So widzę tę piękną dziewczynę. Can you see the difference? I mean, komu czemu się przyglądam się tej pięknej dziewczynie, ale kogo co widzę? Widzę tę piękną dziewczynę. I see that girl, I look at that girl, This is a very, 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 small border. And why did I say that it is a little bit tricky with nominative for Polish as well? Because one of the questions are the same. As you remember, the questions of nominative were kogo co, for nominative were kto co, and for accusative they are kogo co. And despite the fact that the usage is completely different, sometimes the form is exactly the same. Because what do I see? What do I see? I see that beautiful car would be widzę ten piękny samochód, And in a nominative, samochód is samochód. Did this make sense? God damn it. It probably did. Alright, now narzędnik. And narzędnik is a little bit... narzędnik is really simple because it's instrumentalis, and even the root comes from the word narzędzie, which is like a tool, and instrumentalis is also, the root is the same because it comes from the instrument, so it is used to indicate the thing or the means that is used to do something else, like z czym, z kim z czym. So z kim z czym idę, with what or with whom am I going somewhere with, so idę z tą dziewczyną, I'm going with that girl, or I'm opening my window with a hammer. So otwieram okno młotkiem, I know that this may be a little bit abstract, abstraction, but I find it helpful, so I hope that you will do too. Then we've got miejscownik, which is locativus, and the same here. Locativus, the first thought that you've got here is locations, right? So the same, miejscownik, the root of this is miejsce, location, place, Miejscownik jest miejscownik, the questions are o kim, o czym. So about who and about what, and the helpful statement is o kim, o czym mówię. So about who or about what am I talking about? So I'm talking about this beautiful woman would be rozmawiam o tej pięknej rozmawiam o tej pięknej kobiecie, o tej pięknej dziewczynie. And the last one is vocativus, which in Polish is translated as wołacz. And it is a explanation case. So when we want to call somebody an idiot, we say ty idioto, and the helpful statement is o mój miły. So oh my dear so oh my dear friend would be o mój miły przyjacielu. So this is helpful, and I know that this might be a little bit overwhelming at the beginning, but believe me that the more you inflect, the better for you. Believe me, because I believe that your muscles remember better than your brain does. So what I advise is only to write things down, or to, record yourself while inflecting, and this could be a lot more effective than, only listening or watching something. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that it made sense, because I'm recording it for the second time, because I messed up with the translations. I hope that this time that mistake hadn't occurred, and I hope that you will have an amazing week ahead. Thank you so much for watching or for listening. I will hear with you in the next one. Love you.